And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, how many did you put out? It's like, oh, I put 300 out. He's like, 300? I'm like, yeah. It's like, dude, I don't even test for less than 5,000 flyers. And I was like, oh, well, that explains it. He's like, and then we do 5,000 a day once we have a winner. It's like, oh. And so that wasn't even like 2x or 5x or 10x. It was 20x. And that was a per day, not in total. So if you did at the end of that month, you would have put up 150,000 flyers and I put up 300. And so I'm looking at the difference in results between this really successful business person and myself. And I mistakenly thought that the issue was the strategy rather than the execution. And so one of the number one things that I feel like I get in my DMs all the time is like, hey, I've been doing the rule of 100. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's my like little shtick for if you do 100 primary actions a day to promote your business or make your products and services known, you will get more business. Which means if you do 100 cold calls, you do 100 cold emails, you do 100 DMs, whatever that is, you do 100 of that primary action per day, or if it's ad spend, spend $100 a day, whatever it is, or you do 100 a week if it's actual organic content. I promise you, you will have more business than you know what to deal with. Your problem will not be demand generation. It will be satisfying the demand that you have to handle. And so the thing is that people hear that, they hear the rule of 100. And I had a guy literally message me and said, hey, I've been doing the rule of 100. I just crossed 100. I started 8 weeks ago. And I was like, what do you mean you started 8 weeks ago and you crossed 100? He was like, well, I mean, I've done 100, reach outs over the last 8 weeks. I was like, bro. So 7 times 8 is 56 times 100 should have been 56,000 reach outs in that same period of time. And hopefully you're catching the drift here that it's not these like 2x, 3x increases in volume. It's typically multiple orders of magnitude. It's not 10x, it might be 100x or 300x in the case of the flyers, or 56,000 versus 100 in that same period of time. And the issue is that most people dramatically underestimate how much effort is required to achieve goals that are dramatically above what the norm is experiencing. And so it's like right now, if you're getting normal results, it's usually because you're putting out a normal level of output, which is almost non-existent because everyone's so afraid of someone leaving a mean comment. The amount of mean comments that I get is unworldly. The amount that it influences me because is low. And that's where Roddy is loading it into. It's mostly because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So you guys bury those comments. And so Mosey Nation, you guys rock. Thank you again. And so that was section 2 of this thing. You guys want to hear section 3? I can give you guys the shtick.